What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Fulham career mode episode number 22. And obviously today, like every other episode, we have 3 games, but our first one is in the Capital One Cup against Nottingham Forest. Obviously we played these last year in the Championship, and I think we beat them both times, to be fair. So, going into this game, I was expecting quite an easy win, and it started off quite well for us, actually. The player that I wouldn't want the ball to fall to in the box with a header was Taylor, probably the smallest player on the field. But anyway, it did, and he actually nearly scored, which wasn't bad, to be fair. But that doesn't matter because we do score. Our new signing from Watford, originally a Chelsea youth academy player, Denon Lewis. Yeah, I bought him for about £850,000, and he makes it 1-0 to us. So absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And, not as far as what really in this game. We was dominating quite a bit. And, as you see, they had one chance early on. But, where does that come from? Taylor is 67 rated. He's right-footed. And he pulls out some banging techers, doesn't he? Goalkeeper, absolute no chance. He absolutely outdoes the Nottingham Forest defence and belts one into the top bins. What an absolute stinker that was. Great goal. And somehow they missed the header there. I really don't know how. Because, to be fair, if they did take the chances, they would have probably been level. They had this one here as well, and somehow they didn't score that. But that didn't matter because, we were taking ours. And we come later on in the game. Great ball by Sunderland to Gray. And, he doesn't mess about. Gray finishes there. Great goal by him. And, 3-0 up. What can you say? Just absolutely outstanding play by the boys. Just wiping Nottingham Forest off the park. And again, we brought on the contract rebel, as they say in FIFA, Lionel Curl. He's staying now, so you could argue, is he a contract rebel anymore? I don't care. Well, anyway, he did well for this goal. He set up Lewis. That's Lewis's second goal of the game. Second goal in the Capital One Cup. And, that was 4-0 to us. Well played by us. Great game. And as you see after the game, let's get into transfers. And, last episode, I decided to swap me Greek international. I don't want to say his name because I just like a prick. We tried to swap him for Jamie Vardy with no money, but as you see, we then put 1 million, they declined, and put 2 million, they accepted. So we offered Jamie Vardy a contract, and it was looking like he was going to come to us. And you know what? He accepted it, and we signed probably the greatest striker ever. Nah, I'm only kidding, guys. They're probably one of the best in the Premier League at the moment anyway. And also, as you see, a few clubs wanted Stecklenburg. Obviously, Notts Forest probably needed a new goalkeeper after we banged them 4-0. So, to be fair, I wouldn't blame him for going for Stecklenburg. But anyway, second game of the episode against Newcastle. Going into this game, I was also expecting a win. Don't get me wrong, the team on FIFA aren't as bad as obviously the team in real life. But, they still have they still have really good players. Cabella's come back from loan off Marseille, so he's in the starting 11. Wijnaldum, he's there. Also, Perez, he's a great finisher. And, I thought they were going to score early on. Somehow, Wijnaldum heads it over the bar. For me, he should have buried it. But that didn't matter, because Lascelles, the young defender who they brought from Nottingham Forest. It's quite based on Nottingham Forest's episode, isn't it? But that didn't matter because he took out Sombalonga. But the thing is, I give Seydou Mane the penalty because I wanted to get him off the mark. I thought he deserved it. He's been great so far for me for the one game he's played. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's got top right. Krull goes the other way. First goal for Fulham in the Premier League. Well done to the man, and he makes it 1-0. But then it was Newcastle's turn to come. Unlucky with that chance. Good save by Stecklenburg. But the thing is, guys, you're probably thinking, well, why have you just showed me that crap corner? I'll tell you why. Because we frigging broke on them, didn't we? Brown into a Sombalonga to Mane, and Mane, sweaty goal! Gets it in. No, makes it 2-0. He shouldn't really miss from there, and he didn't. So, well done to him. Well played from Browning, I thought, should I have kicked it out? No, because he controlled it by his chest, great composure, sent us on Bolonga through, and he just then finished it off with Mane. So, that's one of my favourite goals so far, this whole series with Fulham, because it just shows you how much we've come on from, the Championship. And, that's how it ended half time. But then they had this chance. I thought they were quite unlucky, you know. I thought Newcastle definitely should have deserved the goal because they were really, you know, giving me a hard time, especially late on in the first half and early on in the second. But here, we were so unlucky. I'm surprised we didn't score here either because Krul pulls out 2 excellent saves, especially with the first one. But anyway, it stayed 2-0, and then Newcastle's goal again. I mean, for me, he should have easily scored that effort. I just didn't get it. He just thought, yeah, just fuck it, I'll just sit up the bar. And then here, I could have got a hat-trick with Mane, but for some reason, I tried to take it around the goalkeeper. And in this FIFA, you can't really do that, because obviously, they've made the goalkeepers a lot better. And when I say a lot better, I actually mean they can friggin' cluck the ball out there from 10 feet. But, you know, it didn't really matter, because we come away with a 2-0 win, which is great. Jamie Vardy, I brought him on a bit late. He didn't really do much, but I don't care anyway, because we get the 3 points. You know, we haven't lost yet, which is absolutely fantastic. You know, we're doing really well. The team's been absolutely, you know, class. I'm just so happy with the signings I've made. You know, some of them have really stepped up. But anyway, it was deadline day. And as you see, Birmingham wanted another player. Bittinelli, our Italian named English goalkeeper. So yeah, I said give me 750,000. And again, another team wanted Stecklenburg. For some reason, every team seems to want my goalkeepers, except from Rodak, which is probably the best one I have, because he's young and he's like 71 rated. But anyway, I didn't care because I wasn't going to sell him. But it doesn't matter, you know. I said to Birmingham, well, yeah, if you give me 700k for Bettinelli, we can do a deal. And as you see, they do. I accept it, and you know, he goes to Birmingham, and we get 600,000 from it. And also, someone that else is off that's in the deadline days, Heidman, the American, he goes on loan to Preston with Williams. For some reason, the teams that have bought or loaned players, it seems to, you know, they've loaned or bought 2. Because Preston's got 2, Williams, a Heidman, you know, Blackburn's got 2, Birmingham's got 2. So yeah, but anyway, guys, deadline day ended. Not the most exciting for us because obviously we spent all our money. I'm absolutely broke now, which is crap. But, you know, don't matter. We now are doing a sub report. Obviously, I'm just showing you all the players that I brought in. And obviously the players that have gone out on loan, blah, blah, blah. You know, quite a bit of growth so far as well, which is great. And, you know, we're back into training the next day. And training and changing some young players about, you know, the new young players we brought in. And I see that Ben Swanson and Patrick, I really want to get them 2 up. Because I think they'll be a great asset in the future for us. But, you know, anyway, you know, transfers is finished now. It's all about games, and our last one we had to focus on was against Sunderland away, another Tyneside club, back-to-back Newcastle and Sunderland. But, you know, Sunderland's probably the worst out of the 2. So going into this game, I was expecting the win. Not because they all say they're not a very good team, but, you know, we're on good form. And going into this game, I just thought, you know, if we just really get at them like we did against Newcastle and stop them playing the football, you know, we can easily win this game. But, you know, Sunderland actually stepped up and, you know, I thought they deserved this win because they were just penetrating me and abusing me so much. And, you know, at half-time, I thought I was quite lucky to go 0-0 into the break. Don't get me wrong, Jamie Vardy had a good chance early on, which he should have maybe scored. But Sunderland had about 3 or 4. And I mean, I don't know how they didn't score them. But we was unlucky here as well. But that didn't matter because they put their player through. He crossed it into Larson. Sebastian Larson scores. He makes it 1-0 to Sunderland. And I can't really argue with the goal because this game, we weren't good enough. And, you know, if you're not good enough in the Prem, you don't deserve to win. And as you see, Sunderland take full advantage of that. They get a goal and they also get another goal here as well. So, you know, they brought on Rodwell in about the 60th minute. And as you see, 8 minutes later, he scores a goal. So, yeah, I might actually think about going for Rodwell in the January transfer window. Because, you know, I've a few Creamos I've been wanting to buy him. It's just he's been so much. But now he's about 24, I think. And he's probably about 76 rated, so I don't think it'd be that much. Maybe around 4 or 5 million. But that didn't matter. We lose the game. First loss of the season. Should it have been Sunderland? Maybe not. But, you know, the way they played, we fully deserved that loss, and they fully deserved to win. And that's football for you guys. But anyway, we did a bit of training. As you see, a few players have gone up more, which is fantastic. And, you You know, we're now sitting mid-table. We was in the playoffs, but, you know, there's only, you know, 5 games gone. So it's not that bad, really. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. And, guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!